The thing is that if I go here and put that next to each other and unpause that we are able to change parameters here. If we scroll down to the muscles, we can... Okay, it's acting out there because I am using a script here that also changes the body mass, different parameters there, and if I use that, then it will make the changes, make them buffed. Or if I move it into the other direction, then it's really slim, like that. And we also can add t-shirt or some kind of vest, change the color of it, all in runtime. And I can also save that if I want to. And if I give him some hair, there's some hair. Let's click on that and change the color. And now we have some character here with few clicks, which we can save and do different stuff with. And another thing we can do is go into this MyUma, and way down here we can change a few parameters that are kind of expressions. And if we have a closer look at his face, you can see that he's blinking. And he should also move his eyes around, which gives him a bit more life. And I kind of like this system. And the idea is to figure out a way to convert the characters I have in the game already to UMA. And for that I need to do a bit of content creation or content conversion, to be precise, because if I have a look, this hairstyle looks familiar. It was originally created in Fuse, and the author of the tutorial I used converted it to Yuma. And here's a complete tutorial series on how to convert parts of other characters into Yuma usable elements, like clothing, hair, and stuff like that. And I also attached this staff to his hand. And that's something I want to go to in the next week, or maybe a bit longer. Just figure out how to add content to Yuma and kind of recreate the characters I had earlier in here. And here I have a few characters already. I have this old man here. And, he's using the hairstyle. Hello, how are you? And yeah, he's using the hairstyle, and he was created in Fuse. And I want to recreate him in the UMA system. And the same with the guards. So I need to get the armor with textures and all that stuff. Kind of working in UMA. And that's something I want to do next week, start next week, to get content into UMA so that I can either create characters quite easily in Unity itself and also provide some kind of character creation and customization in the game, so that the beginning of the game you can create your character and then switch out clothing and add weapons and all that stuff quite easily in game. So that's plan for the future. And I also need to note that in here because I haven't done that yet. Let's add that here. So, and this is what this is. It's definitely a bit of game design, quite a bit of programming I would say, and also modeling. Animation not so much, maybe a bit weight painting and stuff like that, but not much else. So I hope it's something I can do without kind of hiring an artist, which I can't afford. So that's one thing I need to do at some point, and in that process convert all the NPCs and create even more variety and different characters. Because if I look into UMA and have a look at the examples and the scenes, let's have a look at the where is it? Is it content? Yeah, let's go in here and have a look at the PBR example scenes. And here we are having a crowd scene, and if I start this, then we have a whole group of characters here that are created in fraction of the time and with different parameters, and can fill the whole village, the whole world with people, basically. If I click on one of them, then I can change parameters here, like head size, or height. or any other parameter that's exposed to me, kind of. Which gives a lot of options for customization and, like I said, even character creation that the player can do on his own at the start of the game. And create his individual character for the game. Which is really nice. But I need to create a bit of content for that, like I already said. And the other thing I wanted to think about is the kind of game design of the game, which also includes the name, the mechanics and all that stuff. So let's launch Artsy Draft. Let's have a look at our project notes here. No changes in here, as far as I'm concerned. Not really sure about the journal, but maybe at some point. But one thing that I noticed is that I can't use this name because it's already taken by a film from 2005, and the second name is kind of bland and doesn't say anything, but I came up with a third name idea, which is this one, and it's kind of a pun. If you read it fast, it sounds magical, and so it's kind of an idea I had at some point. Because the brewery is still kind of the focus of the game, and the story still revolves around that, and that will not change, so it's something that regardless could be nice. And last game design session I picked out a few things here that kind of the story flow, and after the character creation the player will explode into existence basically and fall from the sky in front of the cave, and the first person you can talk to is the old man in the cave, and he sends you into the village where you're greeted by a guard, and the guard tells you, okay, you can find some talk to the innkeeper, he might have something for you, or have a look at the notice board, and then the world is open to exploration basically, with a quest from the innkeeper kind of, and because he needs beer for his inn, and the only way to get beer in this valley is from the brewery.